Hawk pool, shit on that thing. Have you ever had a little annoying thing, one little tiny decision affect the rest of your day? Well, here's a little card trick based on just that. We're gonna have a series of cards picked, and that's gonna begin by a freely chosen number that you can name from 1 through 10, and it could be any number that you want. Let's say the professional glizzy globber says the number 4. You go, great, look, watch. Do you want to change your mind? No, because you can. Later on, you're going to wonder, what would have happened had I changed my mind? Well, here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we land on the 7 of spades. Now, had it been a different number, it would have been a different card. But let's count down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we land on the 3 of hearts. So that tiny decision led us to this card. In this case, we have a 3. 1, 2, 3, which lands us on the 5 of clubs. Now, before we started, I actually put a card inside of my frenulum. Inside of my frenulum, right there. There's a little bit of schmegma, that's fine. And that card, believe it or not, from before we started, is actually the 5 of clubs. Now, this trick doesn't really work if you're circumcised, typically, because of the fact that the skin is cut from the foreskin. You really don't have a place to put the card. If you have a Prince Albert, you could just hang it on that card and then just put it in there with a little hole punch, and then that way the card is there as a prediction. Might I suggest the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500, I think 1,600 videos at this point, going over everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be, all for the low price of $5 a month, and you get access to all that content, and I'm always uploading new content. That's the thing about my service, that usually people just upload maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times a year. No, your boy's uploading that every week. So there's always new content. Check it out. If not, you're not gonna be a good person. So this trick requires a little bit of a setup, a tiny setup, and that's all you need. In this case, we have a force card, and we're gonna place that card 3 cards away from the 3 of hearts. So far we have a nice little pile where this card is 3 cards away from this 3 of hearts. Then you're gonna take the cards in order, in this case the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, all the way up to the 10, and place that on top, of course, in order. Now that begins on top of the deck, and you're ready to go. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, it's recommended that you take this prediction card and you put it on the inside of your frenulum, because that really surprises people. A lot of times magicians will just have this isolated from the very beginning. No, you gotta stick it in there. I'm going for gasps. And now you could begin. You could shuffle the deck as long as you don't touch that small stack on top of the pack. And now you could ask the participant for any number between 1 and 10. And of course, the rest works itself. Let's say they say the number 3. Doesn't matter. We deal 3 cards, and the 3rd card is gonna be an 8. Because that little setup, it doesn't matter. When we deal 8 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's always going to land on that 3. And this works with any number between 1 and 10. So you could have them pick a card, you could have them name a number, it doesn't matter. And now we've left on this card, the 3 of hearts. So what's left to do? Well, to count 3. 1, 2, 3. And that lands us on the force card, showing that a tiny little decision, a small little choice affected the entirety of this. And if you want, you could show the card before, you could show the card after, that is completely different, and yet they managed to land on the exact card that matches the prediction inside of your frenulum. Now, one thing I do recommend is that when you do the prediction, you could put your phone number on it. And in case there's ladies watching, you can now hand this to them, and it contains your phone number. So you're going to get a call back, and they're going to take this out of their purse next to their plan B and show their friends, oh, this guy, he managed to get my card right. And then now you have a sex partner. All from a self-working prediction. It's better when you don't have to put any effort when it comes to your tricks, because now you could focus on the pattern. You could focus on the experience for your participants. And now it becomes a thing that they go on and they remember for years to come. I gotta tell you, that's the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being part of my channel. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe, because I do a lot of these. A lot of these videos. There's so many.
I see you again, when I see you again. see you again, when I 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 see you again.